Okay, guys, this is for Math 8, and this is for solving our systems of equations by graphing, level 2. These two equations are already written in slope-intercept form, so that is just like you did on level 1. But then something happens down here for these equations. Notice they're in a different format than they were here, but you need to put it in slope-intercept form. This is what we call standard form. You're going to see a lot of that next year. But you need to change that to slope-intercept form. So I'm going to show you how you can change that. So you're going to do 5x plus y equals 4. Well, our goal is to get y by itself. So you need to make sure that you move that x term to the other side. Now remember though, to move it, you have to change the sign. So it's going to be y equals negative 5x plus 4. It's better to get the x term first and then your y-intercept. So now it's in slope-intercept form. So your slope, now make sure you change this. You can't just pull it from here. So your slope is going to be a negative 5 and your y-intercept is going to be 4. Now this one, so you're going to graph that, but then this one, we're going to change it. I'm going to just bring it down here. Don't cross over the grid here. X minus y equals 2. Well, you're going to subtract x. You want to get the x term over here. And it's going to be a negative x plus 2, but you've got to be careful. Do not leave this a negative y. So what's really in front of this y that's being multiplied? It's a negative 1. So you need to divide each term by a negative 1. And so this is going to be a negative 1 divided by a negative 1, which is a positive 1. So it's going to be x. Positive 2 divided by negative 1, a negative 2. So those are our two equations that we're going to graph. So you're going to graph it, positive 4. Slope is negative 5, so it's going down 5 and over 1. Okay. Use your note card that you were given yesterday to graph a straight line all the way through. Then this graph, negative 2 is your y-intercept. 1 is your slope. So 1 is your slope. So there. So you're going up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1, positive 1. So down 1 to the left 1. Graph this. And then we're saying our solution is 1, negative 1. Okay, so we're saying our solution is 1, negative 1. You need to test, and you need to test back into the original. Don't test here in case you made a mistake. You won't find it. So you're going to test. So 5x plus y equals 4. And 5 times 1 plus a negative 1, but I'll show you how you can write that. So that's saying plus a negative 1. You're testing to see if that works for 4. And so you're having 5 minus 1. Does that equal 4? Yes. And then this one, x minus y equals 2. Be careful how you plug this back in. X is 1 minus a negative 1. Don't do any computation when you substitute in. You want to substitute in first and then compute. So don't make this positive 1 right away. So to get your slope-intercept form, you want to get y by itself. You move the x term over, and you got to change the sign. So if that's negative, you need to watch that. Now be careful here on these. You are moving the x over, but then you're dividing by a negative 4. Back here, really look at this. See what you have to move to get the y term by itself. So you got to be careful. So some of these are really tricky. So don't rush through it and don't multitask. So be careful on how you graph those. And if you have questions, you can definitely ask and see if you're on the right track. But if you're questioning how to change those, do those first, and then we can work on the graphing. But congratulations and good luck.